So here we have a simple sketch which has a version header file which we've added to allow us to output the versioning that you can see in the bottom left, and this changes every time we perform a build. So we've just included our version.h in our sketch with a print method to print our validation out as shown at the bottom. So if we just have a quick look at that print method, as you can see, it's just printing out these val date and val time definitions, which, as we can see here, come out with the current date and the current time, as well as the processor that we're using. So these have been created just as simple defines in our version header, and then they're using the inbuilt GCC variables, and you can also use some of the inbuilt Arduino variables, for example, to determine which processor is in use. So this is useful if you wish to be able to validate that what's on your board is a specific check-in of code or a specific version. So as we can see, the date and the time have now changed. So that requires no external programs or any external hooks. Now if we look at the extra hash and CMD date, these have been added in from an external program into our version.h, and we just defined these xhash and xdate properties, which will then get replaced by an external PowerShell script in this case, every time we do a build. So we've added a board.txt to our project, and we've set the pre-build hooks. The first one's going to run PowerShell to run our script, which is in our project directory. And then the second hook simply copies the modified file into the build folder. So as you can see, these dates are the same date and time, but one's in 24-hour format and one isn't, and that's due to the different sources of information. So if we just have a quick look at our script file, there it is. So it's simply just doing a replace of that definition with the new date and with a hash that's been calculated in the PowerShell script for the INO file. You could of course use Git information or Azure check-in information depending on exactly what it is you wish to record within your firmware. So now we have a simple way of validating that what's on this board is exactly code at a certain point in time. It's very handy if you need to validate your product.